Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about luxury buying myths. Particularly, it will be on luxury bags. Very commonly, we have been always thinking that luxury bags are expensive for a reason. Of course, there are reasons for being expensive, but some of these myths here does not contribute to them being expensive. So without further ado, let's move on to bust some of these myths. Myth number 1, that is, they are indestructible. You think that you spend so much money on them that they should be very lasting, they should last you a lifetime, they should not spoil easily, the hardware doesn't scratch easily, and you should not see wear and tear that easily. This is not true. Luxury bags are destructible. We all have to treat them with extra tender loving care, lots of TLC, for them to be more lasting. Wear and tear does happen, and not all leather are made the same. So for example, my Bottega Venetta bag that I have for about 5 to 6 years already, the leather is holding up very well despite I have used this a ton, and the metal parts are holding up very well. This is Napa leather. I don't see much wear and tear, and there are no scratches as well. Only some wrinkled parts because of wear and tear. I have used this a ton. The same cannot be said for the Chanel lambskin classic flat bags. I have seen so many videos about how the lambskin is holding up. And this lambskin, in the same fashion house, the Chanel 19 has a different feeling lambskin altogether, which is a lot more lasting. So we all have to do all our homework to find the perfect lambskin or leather that we are comfortable with for the long term. Sometimes we think that the lambskin is fragile, and there are treated leathers like the Togo leather, the Clermont's leather from Hermes, or the Caviar leather from Chanel. They are all supposedly more lasting. But for such kind of leathers, corner wear does happen, major scratches does happen as well. Whichever leather we choose, we do have to choose something that we are more comfortable with taking care of them. Scratches on hardware. There are some times that the coating of the hardware is very thin. It scratches off, it shows up the underneath color, and it's a different color altogether from the top layer. So scratches do happen. Be careful with them. Myth number 2 is highest quality check before they leave the factory to the retail store. This is not true as well. How many times have you heard about certain fashion house where their quality has dropped over the years and customers are not very happy for being a long time customer and they have gotten a faulty bag? Google search them or YouTube search them. I'm sure you'll see plenty of people complaining about the quality has dropped. When you're about to make a purchase, do spend lots of time going through the whole bag, making sure that there's no pop stitches, making sure that the alignment is correct, making sure that the hardware are in good condition, not scratched already. If you bought them from online stores or it's a resale bag, once you got them, don't be afraid to check them as well. Don't put them aside and then it took you a few days and the warranty is over. You would be very upset with yourself when you realize that such a bag has faults. You're spending thousands of dollars on them. You wouldn't want to see faults on them first or second time using them. Myth number 3 is luxury handbags are good investment. Nah. Definitely buying a bag and then selling them in the open market immediately is not very likely to fetch you a good return. But there are some people who will buy them because they are supposedly limited edition, keep them for a while and try to sell them off at a later stage. This might give you some returns depending on the specific model of the bag. Not all Hermes bags can keep their value, so don't be too happy. You are on the road to earn some returns if you are offered a Bullitt bag or a Lindy bag. If you are keeping them for a longer time before you sell them off, there are different factors you have to take into consideration as well. In Singapore, the weather is so hot, so humid. Most happen quite easily when you decided it's about time you recoup some money out of this bag, you realize that it's moldy or the leather doesn't feel as supple as before. Buying them for the pure purpose of investment is quite risky because you are responsible to maintain the upkeep of it. Selling yourself is not easy as well. If you have a full-time job and there are tons of people asking you for a price, asking you about the condition, asking you for the full details of the bags, it's quite a difficult process. And selling them through consignment stores is going to cost you quite a bit of commission to them. It might look like the selling price is higher than what you bought, but after they get their cut, you might not be receiving the actual price you have paid for. Do not be tricked. Some influencers loosely use the words that these luxury bags are investment pieces. Because the term investment pieces is so loosely used, we tend to think that they are really investment pieces and going to give me returns. Actually, investment piece to me means that it's a good classic piece that can last me for years to come. And so far, I have not thought about selling my luxury pieces. I usually use them to death and they are with me for a long time. Myth number 4 is that they have indefinite period of post-sale service. That's not true as well. You know that Chanel has recently shortened their post-sale service to 5 years on the luxury handbags. Similarly, for the other brands of handbags, most of them do not have indefinite warranties to their bags. Hermes may have the Hermes Spa to restore some of the wear and tear that you have and do some cleanings, but they are not all free. So because of this, go back to myth number 2, they don't have the highest quality checks you think they might have. So do remember to check and make sure that the item that you receive is in good condition and you wouldn't need the after sale service so much. There you have it. These are not all the myths that we have regards to luxury handbags. Definitely these are the 4 common ones that we usually have. I hope this video helps all of us to be more mindful when buying a new luxury handbag. Don't forget to like this video if it helps you in any way. Subscribe to my channel and see you next week. Bye!